All right. Hello. Peace and power elevation be to everybody. This your girl Tiffany. I'm here live and fed. So I'm coming today. Now I haven't been doing YouTube videos as of late, right? Because I've been taking a break from them. But I just want to come back and deal with this subject because there's a lot that's going on right now in Mississippi. And one of those issues is the water crisis. Now we have an issue where the former football player, Brett Favre, who played for the Green Bay he played for the Green Bay Packers. So he supposedly had this organization that's supposed to help the poor people in Mississippi, but instead he was raising money. Instead of the money going to the people in his home state, because that's where he's from, he was putting that money into building a football facility. So I have an article on that I'll be going into and I'll be sharing. Then I will give my commentaries on it. Okay? Because there's a lot that I want to say regarding to all of this whole scandal situation. And I'm going to tie it into the PPE loans as well. Okay? So make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. And I want to give a special shout out to all the new subscribers that's on here. Thank you guys for checking out the channel. Thank you guys for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Right? Hey, good seeing you too. Thank you for coming through. Thank you. I really appreciate it. So let's go ahead and get into this article because there's several things I want to talk about. All right, so here's the article right here. All right, so this article comes from StarTribune.com. And the title says, Brett Favre's most memorable statistic may be $8 million meant for the poor in Mississippi. And it goes on to say, the website for Brett Favre's foundation, Favre for Hope, describes a mission of the charitable organization that the Hall of Fame quarterback founded in 1995. Providing financial aid to groups that provide services to underserved and disabled children in Mississippi and Wisconsin. This stated aim stands in contrast to what Favre has been accused of in his home state, playing a role in the misappropriation of $8 million in public funds intended for welfare recipients. The state of Mississippi sued 38 people or organizations, including Favre. Earlier this year, to recruit money, it was said fraudulently diverted from a federal anti-poverty program known as Temporary Assistance for Needy Families. The former Packers and Vikings quarterback has not been charged with a crime, but the evidence that links Favre to this scandal has further compromised the standing earned with his football success across a 20-year NFL career, particularly in the state where he has been a favorite son. So then it goes on to talk about text messages released in a court filing earlier this month show Favre leveraging that status to secure funds for personal pet projects, a biotechnology startup in which he had invested a volleyball facility at his alma mater, the University of Southern Mississippi, where his daughter played the sports. The texts were first reported on by Mississippi Today. And I'm just going to stop there because that's enough right there. That's enough for me to give my commentaries on these. We got to watch out. for these little charitable organizations, these organizations that talk about doing charities, right? What was intended for the poor people did not go to the poor people at all. It went into his pockets because he wanted to make sure that he was securing his funds to take care of his personal needs. Now, it's not fair that people get away with using those who are impoverished. And you know who make up the percentage of those who are on welfare, right? Those who are on TANF, which is temporary assisted needy families. Majority of those people are black. And majority of people that stay in Mississippi, they have a strong black population. It's a strong black population out there. But why take advantage of those type of people? Because it's easy. It's easy to get away with it. It's easy to say, I'm going to give to the community, right? Of those who are in need. But those funds don't go to the people at all. But that's just a way to gain a hustle. See, this is no different from what Black Lives Matter organization was doing. They was gaining a hustle off of people getting killed by the police. They earned in total $90 million. This is no different from all the celebrities and people like Tom Brady. He was getting all his PPE loans when he really didn't need it, right? But those loans are intended for people that have small businesses. So what Brett Favre was doing, he was playing with the people's emotion. He was using people's circumstances to satisfy his own needs. If this is not something that we're not familiar with, then that means we don't really understand the game that's being played in this system. And I can guarantee you that he's not going to serve time. Or if he served time, it's not going to be for very long. For the most part, they're going to make him pay all that money back if he has to pay it back. But what's that going to do for the people in Mississippi? It's already bad in Jackson. They have an issue with water crisis, environmental racism. These people can't even get water, decent water running into their communities. So now we got this man who's been running this organization since 1995, and he's been collecting this money just so he can build his own little stadium and support his alma mater, University of Southern Mississippi, where his daughter attends. These people don't care nothing about us. See, these athletes and celebrities, they don't really care. They will use us every time when they get a chance to. We cannot sit here and put all our reliance on celebrity. Or we can't rely on these folks to be true to their words. Do you actually think Brett Favre give a fuck about majority of the people that's on welfare? No. He don't care because most of the people that's getting welfare are black. He does not care. It's another hustle. Since he's no longer playing football, and ain't no telling if the funds is running low from what he's getting from the NFL, so he's using this as a hustle. And then our government is who we have. Well, I wouldn't say our government. I don't even claim this government. The government should be blamed the most, because the government should be able to make sure that people get the adequate resources that is needed in their states. So you won't have to go to people like Brett Favre to get what you want or get what is necessary. The government should provide every need for the people, but instead, this government takes the money and send it overseas to places like Ukraine, giving them $800 million. But not enough of that money is going towards getting the supplies that is needed for each state or each city. So places like Flint and Jackson, they'll be the last to see anything, because our government doesn't make it its priority to make sure the people get what they deserve. So, and Brett Favre been getting away with this for a long time, and they know, somebody knows that this man been doing this. They know that this man been doing it. He been scamming the people, but he got away with it. Now that it's brought into the light, now somebody want to do something about it. But he's been doing it for a long time. This man been taking money. He's been hustling the people. He's been getting away with this. Someone put, when it's poor people, it's called welfare. When it's the rich, it's a bailout. The rich get more free things that they don't need, and they demonize those who do. It's a bailout. Yeah, they don't need them. Let me tell you something. I read an article the other day about Jay-Z, P. Diddy, and Kanye West. They always get PPE loans. They always get PPE loans when they don't need it. These people are supposed to be billionaires. Why are they getting PPE loans? And then the crazy part about it, they don't even have to pay it back. So yeah, the rich is gonna leverage off of us. That's what they're gonna do. Even these 500 Fortune company, they leverage the most, because many of them don't even have to pay that much in taxes, or they have what's called the loophole, which means that they don't have to pay taxes at all. So guess who got paid their taxes? The working class, the poor people. That's who got paid their taxes. If this is not problematic, if this right here does not show you why capitalism is a problem, then you need to really reanalyze this economic system. You need to analyze everything that's happening. This is why I cannot support capitalism. I cannot support it, but because we live in this economic system, we have no choice but to deal with it. Until there's better solution, outside that, we have no choice but to deal with this economic system. But I do not support not one bit. This is the main reason why. People like Brett Favre, who done made, well, he's a multi-millionaire. He done made so much money off the NFL. Why would he have to go out and do something like this? Well, that's what they do. That's what they do, and they can get away with it. for a long time. It's called greed. Let me break down how the United States is. In the land of the greed and the home of the slaves. In the land of the greed and the home of the slaves. That's how you break down the United States. Capitalism has made it where people can run con games and scam people, especially those who are working class poor, and they can get away with it. They deal with little to no repercussion. Little to no repercussion. That's how capitalism works here in the United States. The rich people can rob you. And there's little to no repercussion. But don't be a drug dealer. Don't be a drug dealer. Don't be no gambler. Because you will pay the cost. Don't run a drug cartel. You'll pay the cost for that. But when you got these corporations, or when you got these famous people, these big celebrities that do whatever they want to do, athletes, it's little to no repercussion. Little to no repercussion. They can get away with it. They'll call that white collar crime. You know, it's really saddening there's not enough people being very vocal about this or not taking a stand against this. It's really sad. And they're not really taking a stand against the water crisis. But people showing the hell getting mad about the Woman King movie, which is based on, it's fictional. It's not even based on a true story. But people get mad about it. People put all their focus on the Woman King, but not what's actually going on. People worrying about what's that movie that just came out? What is it called? The Little Mermaid. People worrying about Little Mermaid. What the hell? Why y'all focus on Little Mermaid? I haven't seen Little Mermaid since I was a little kid. I haven't seen that movie. And I'm just gonna be honest, the original it probably is better than the new one they got out now. I haven't seen Little Mermaid since I was 5 years old, 4 years old. That movie came out a long time ago when I was little. But people debating about that movie, like, come on, get real, folks. This is Disney Hollywood stuff that y'all worried about, but y'all becoming so distracted by these things and not really focusing on the actual things that's happening. I mean, I wish people could put more energy into the issues that's taking place. I don't understand why this is not receiving as much coverage. I don't understand why not enough black media outlets are not speaking on these issues as much. That's why I don't understand. I don't see enough outrage about what this man is doing, taking $8 million from people who really need it, those who are welfare recipients. I don't understand why this is not gaining enough coverage. Why is this not really being talked about the most on social media? But people showing the hell can worry about the Woman King and the Little Mermaid. White collar crime, how ironic when it affects more people and more money. Yeah, how ironic. How ironic. But you know what? It happens every day. That's the game of capitalism. That's the game. That is the game. Well, there's nothing else I could say about this. I mean, I say all that I could really say on this. It just, I don't know what it's gonna take to realize that. I don't know how much. I don't know what it's gonna take for people to realize, especially black folks, that you ain't got no friends. Like, you ain't got no friends. You ain't got nobody that cares about you. People just using you just so they can gain reputation off of you. What, I mean, people don't understand. You don't have no friends. You have no friends. Dr. John Henry Clark says it the best. We don't have no friends. We get got every time. Just like I don't understand people sit here and argue about hip hop music. They argue who started hip hop. The Jamaicans started it, or did the black people in America start it? Doesn't fucking matter. It started by black folks. Whether it was black people from Jamaica, whether it was black people in America. That is the less important thing. The most important part of this is who is profiting off of hip hop, who is making a lucrative income off of hip hop music. That's what you really need to be worried about. Now, where the Jamaicans didn't start it, the black Americans started. Now, the black Americans didn't start it, Jamaicans started it. The Puerto Rican was a part of it too. Well, New York is a diverse city, okay? It's very diverse. So you got people, you got blacks from all over the diaspora living in New York. It's more diverse than anywhere else. So every culture played a part into that. But instead of sitting up there worrying about what's really going on, you're focusing so much on this stupidity, which bring more people, which cause people to be divided even more. And y'all not really focusing on who is profiting off of hip hop and how can we control the narrative of hip hop? How can we bring that money back into our community? Instead of putting in the hands of the Jewish people, because that's mostly who run the entertainment business and the media business. That's who's controlling it. That's who's making the most profit. Nobody talking about, well, how do we get hip hop back to where it belongs? How do we gain control of it as a people? Since we created it, since we originated it, why don't we have that type of control? No, we won't sit here and argue over dumb shit. That's a big ass distraction. That's a serious distraction right there. It's irrelevant compared to what's actually going on. I mean, I don't know. Shit. They say he stole over $8 million. He stole over $8 million, Lions Times, baby. Hey, how you doing? What's up? We still cannot accept the fact that we have no friends, only each other. We can't accept that. We cannot accept that. You don't have no friends. And I'm not talking about individually, but collectively as a people. Collectively as a people, we don't have no friends. Collectively. If you belong to a group that has been oppressed, that has dealt with slavery, that has dealt with racism and is still affected by racism, you ain't got no friends. You ain't got no friends. If you belong to a group that dealt with colonialism, you ain't got no friends. Yes. Yes, he does. He uses it for his own personal usage. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting, right? Investing in biotechnology and his dark tennis organization. So basically his attitude was fuck them niggas out there. Cause that fuck them poor people. I ain't giving them shit. That's his attitude. Fuck them poor people, man. They gonna have to figure that shit out. Fuck them. I'm gonna take this money and take care of my family. That's what these organizations do. The people that's behind these organizations, that's their whole intent. I mean, anyways, I hope you all have a good one. I hope everybody is being safe. And I'm going to try to come back on here more often and do more videos. Just lately, I've been taking a break. I just been kind of just sitting back, focusing on other things, trying to get priorities together. But I will make sure that I try to do more videos. Get back to do my usual. So be on the lookout for that. I'll keep you guys posted. But anyways, y'all take it easy on yourselves. Please be safe, be careful, and until next time, peace and power elevation. This your girl Tiffany, and that's all I have to say for today. That's all I have to say on this subject. And I hope y'all have a good one. All right, peace. All right, peace, Rashad, or excuse me, Rashid. All right, peace to you, Tan, and I will take care of myself. Thank you. All right, then, and you take it easy, Lion. Thank you for coming through. Thank you, everybody that's on this chat. Make sure y'all share this video and like the video and subscribe to the channel. All right.